Hi guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today we're going to be sharing experiences as to how God has shown us that He's the boss in our life and that we should trust Him and focus on Him. So yes, that's what this video is about. Um for me, it was when I was pregnant. Well, I mean, He's done a lot of things in my life, but for the one that stood out the most, like really, them people and I have no manners.
Playing on the track.
So this video is really to talk about a time when God came through for me when I least expected it. Now I remember like 2 years ago, when my father was alive, and I was struggling to cope with him being sick. I didn't know how to process it because I knew mentally that sooner or later he was going to go, and I felt so down and out, and I felt lost. I felt like, because my father was my everything. I mean, I could literally talk to dad about anything at all. The love we had for each other was immeasurable. And back then, I used to always lay down beside him and I said, Daddy, if God take you home, I just don't know how me I gotta deal with it. And him always prepare me. He would always say, listen, I'm gonna come here for turn store, and eventually one day me I gotta pass off, and you have to learn how to deal with it. You have to train your mind how to deal with it. But at that point in my life, I just never ready, like I couldn't see myself a process such pain or such death, So my prayer about it, I'm gonna say, God, I know that the time is coming. I can feel it. I know. So I'm asking you to give me strength. Just give me enough strength to go through everything. And when I said I was down and out, I was down and out because I know for a fact that I can't stop the inevitable. So I prayed and I said, God, please come through for me. Please come through for me. When my father passed, I just got to work, like legit. When he passed the Monday, and I started working at the organization the Monday, and it was just very difficult. The worst part about it was I got the phone call while I was at work, and I didn't respect that because the person who called me was a very close friend of mine, and I didn't respect the fact that he did that. So it broke me down even more. When my father passed and everything, it was very difficult. I cried so hard, and I prayed and I said, God, I'm asking you to give me the strength to process this. And to my surprise, I dealt with it so wonderful. I dealt with it well. I dealt with the hurt and the pain well. I didn't act out of character. I didn't get angry at persons around me because of what had happened. God came through for me and He gave me the strength to deal with it. Right now in my life, I am still trying to process the loss. It's the greatest loss that I've ever had. But when you pray to God and you ask God to build a fence around you, when you ask God to come through for you, He will. You just have to have faith, and you just have to decide that, hey, I'm going to believe that it will work out. And it did for me. So today, I'm strong. I'm much stronger than I was back then, and I'm going through it. But it's working perfectly fine right now. I miss my father dearly, but I always thank God that He pulled me through, because I felt like I was going to break. But my character built even more. So that was my experience of a time when I was broken down and God came through for me. Imani here. So I would just like to share with you my experience with God coming through for me at a point when I felt at my lowest. So me being at my lowest was a time when I didn't accept myself for who I really was. I didn't love myself. I didn't find any beauty in myself, and I didn't really have much of a support system around me physically, in terms of persons who could prove me wrong on those points, persons who could say that's not true, you're beautiful and all that stuff. I mean, I had persons around me telling me, but it didn't seem genuine. It just seemed like they're just saying it because they feel like they have some obligation to me to say, tell her such a pretty because you're her parent, or you're her aunt, or you're her cousin, or you're her friend. But I've always clung to this saying that if you fall on flesh, it'll always fail you, and it's best to just lean on the arm of God, because He'll always come through. So the way God came through for me was helping me to see myself in His image, in His beautiful image, because God don't make mistakes, people. God helped me to realize that I don't need anyone to accept me in order for me to accept myself. And I need nobody to say, I love you and you're the best. For me to love myself and for me to believe that I am the best, I can do all of that by myself. So He really came through. He came through for me on multiple occasions. I will leave a time I got through the month. I said, Jesus, Omega, make it to the last day, another month. Yeah. Apologies if you're hearing that bike. And Him just said, listen, don't worry, let go. And I let go, and He just comes through. So, but really, when I was feeling like I didn't deserve to be alive, and I'm saying this and it just seems like nothing, no, but trust me, God has helped me to accept my mistakes, accept my past, accept who I was as a person and who I am now, and the fact that I chose to change my view on life and change how I see life. And I am more accepting of myself. I love myself even more now, and I can accept love from others. And it's just been beautiful. And if nobody else will come through, God will always be there. No matter what you identify God as, it could be the man in the Bible, the man in the Quran, could be just a bright light that you see God as, but yeah, just the higher power. He has lifted me from a place of low self-esteem and darkness to a place of, strength and courage and confidence, so yeah.
It's your girl Ron Dean. Anyway, today I will be talking about or sharing something that God has done for me when I was in a low state. Alright, so I remember once when I had just started working. I won't say where. I had just started working, and oh Lord, how this gonna? Yeah, I had just started working, and my employer, they did not pay me my correct salary. It was like, I think it was 3 months before I started getting my actual salary. And I was down to my last money, like last money. And I remember one Friday now, I said, God, what am I gonna do? What am I going to do? You get me? Like me, I said, God, I'm fed up of this, I'm tired. So I think I had about roughly $5,000. So I took for the entire week, I normally use like $1,000 a day. So the Friday, I normally buy breakfast, lunch, and then I go home. Because I normally eat heavy at work, so when I'm really hungry, so to that at home. Anyway, I remember the Friday, I never really have it, like, I really never have no money, like, zilch, nothing. On the bus fare I had taken up because I said, I don't want to spend all my money because I'm at a new work and I need to show up, yeah? Anyway, left work without lunch, go home, no dinner. Saturday, no breakfast, lunch, dinner. Sunday now, same thing. And I messaged one of my friends, and I said to her, you can come do my hair for me because I said, girl, my ears stay away, you get me? And she said, yeah man, we can come and do your hair. She a cook and whatever. And after my message her, I start crying, I said, God, I really and truly stressed out, and if only you could just touch her heart and make sure bring something, you know, whatever it is, I'll be grateful. And I was really crying. I said, God, this not fair to me, you get me? Anyway, she messaged me and said I must come meet her at a particular place so that we can meet up to go to my house. I went and I was on my way there my week out because 3 days no food, girl. And I remember when I met up with her, she had food in her hands, and I said, wow, you know, God really answered my prayer. And like, I was on my lower, cause girl not no money, girl not eat, them some type of way there. Anyway, we went back to her, girl, I went back to my house and she did my hair, and I was saying to her, I said, girl, you know, some I go through a lot. And she said, I said to her, I said, you know how much days now I'm gonna eat? And she said, why you never call me, whatever. And and I said to her, pride, girl, pride I can make people to get them blessing, pride. Yeah, pride. And I think at the time she had given me some money to go to work and stuff like that. But one thing I know, that God always look out for me. Like, it don't matter what the situation is, he always, like, I don't, sometimes I wonder and say if it's real or not, or if it's my mind playing tricks on me. I can remember another time, same workplace, things weren't working out properly, you know. And I remember telling God that I'm gonna tell you something. They say me love cuss God. I may talk to him, cause yeah, people say enough for question God, me question him, yeah, me question God. Anyway, I remember I cried to God, and I said, God, I feel like I don't have anybody in my corner, and I feel like as if it is not fair. I'm a cuss God, and I say not fair. It's not fair for me. I go through so much thing. I have this for do, that for do. Ray, you get me, and you can't show me say you are there. You get me, and I was so upset the night. I cried myself. Anyway, I get up. I never pray that man because I did very upset at God. I say, yo, I am stressed out. You get me? And I remember going to work, and the young lady, somebody I'm gonna really talk up to, like, mostly it's just good morning, how are you? Apart from that, she don't have much conversation with me. Anyway, she pulled me aside and she said, I heard some bits and pieces of some things that you're going through, and she said to me, I'm in your corner and I'm fighting for you. And tears well up in my eye, like I'm gonna tell her, tears well up in my eye, tears well up, and me as like, oh, so yeah, listen, God is listening to me, and I mean, God came through for me that time as well. Him show out, like, me not understand. Sometimes I feel like it's my mind playing on me, but then when I look at all the things that He has done for me and what He has brought me out of, listen, He is an awesome person. I'm a person, awesome being. Like, I talk to God every day. I talk to God like every day. Like, one time I just sit down and me and talk. Like, me I talk to Him in my mind. Like, me I say, God, what is it that I'm supposed to do? God, show out for me in so many things. I remember one time something was happening to me. Like, I asked God to reveal to me something about a friend. And I said to God, God, you know, if this friend is not for me, I want you to show me a sign. And by the time I done said that, like, God literally, like, Him literally just show up the person, and I was like, alright. I mean, really and truly, God is an awesome creator. It always said it for me. Always, like, it no matter how much I cuss and I question God and say, yo, this no seem real, and it will send me a word. Plenty times I wake up and Him just send a word for me, and when I look back at it, you know, and I say, God, you God, you are a very great person. I keep saying person, but you know, because me talk to Him so much, I feel like, you know, I can say person. And I'm very grateful for Him. Like, when I'm low, I'm always there for me. Like, I got through depression already, like full-blown depression. No bed, no nothing. I just lie down on my bed for days straight. And God just wanna know, like, Him send a word for me. Like, I can't remember the word, but I know He sends a lot of songs because I love praise and worship songs, and Him sends songs for me. Like, I'm just slowly creep out of my depression. One thing I would say to you people, you might not believe that God is real, and I won't bash you for that or anything, but to me, He is real as I am sitting here right now. He is as real as I'm sitting here right now. Him understand my struggle. Him understand my plea. I when I go off a tangent, girl, Him always there for me. Always, like,
When I was pregnant, I got pregnant early. I was 19, and I grew up in church, as I said before. So me getting pregnant and not married was a big deal. You get me? So while I was pregnant, there was a lot of things that was going on, and I was so stressed out. It was a lot to deal with. My husband now, his mother, she was very sick, and my mother wasn't here, and my mother and I, we were very close. We're still close, but she's not here. And my daddy and I never always have such a smooth relationship, so I was here with him living together, and it was very, very difficult because I feel as though he was a bit embarrassed because you always want the best for your kids. Like, you want them to grow up, get married, and afterwards just have kids and do everything in the order that it should go, or they think it should go. You get me? So I feel like he was a bit embarrassed by the fact that I was pregnant and I wasn't married, and it was just difficult. So at this point in time, I was very stressed out because all my so-called friends, I had nobody except Omila godmother for sure. She was there for me through every single thing, and my mother, she tried her best even though she wasn't here, and my husband, of course. But like, persons who I expected to be there for me, they weren't there. You get what I say? And my husband family, like, I get my share of dose of medicine where they are concerned. Like, it was so much stress. I was so stressed out. So imagine being pregnant and stress. It's not nice. Being pregnant, it takes a lot out of you just to carry, and you have to ensure you take your medication them, and you feed the baby and everything. You take care of yourself, likewise take care of the child. And I did just feel like I didn't want to give up. Like, all I did I expect, I never did I get it. When I was like, say, 7 months pregnant, I had nothing for the baby, nothing at all, not even a socks. And I was there praying and saying, I don't know what I'm going to do. And my husband, he was working at the time, but I mean, it wasn't anything much. It was like anti-mo, just to buy food and to go back to work and stuff like that. And it was so I was very, very stressed out. I wasn't at home, so I was at my boyfriend house at the time. Well, he's my husband now, but yeah. I was at his house, and being there and not married was like a ton of stress by itself, because we're all, so we're Christians and we're growing up in church, and you have to live by the principles of God and the church, and I think that the main focus was about the church and not about my well-being, because can you say that I support you, but like, I love you, but like, you get what I say? So it was just so much. So my mother, she decided that she was gonna come unannounced, and she was the one that came and bought all my stuff for me to take to the hospital and to give birth and all of that. She ensured that I had everything ready. And but before that though, one night I was at home and I just feel so depressed and so stressed, because it's like everything was just flashing back in my mind, and everything that was going on and all that I was going through is like I just couldn't take it no more. I feel like for just give up. I remember some pregnancy, my hormones, them they all over the place. I just feel like I never have nobody. I just did feel alone. I just did feel stressed out. But I'm not supposed to feel like that, and that's how I was feeling. I feel like someone just said I could give up, and I just couldn't bother. At one point, I did stop eat food because I say I don't want to go through this. How am I supposed to provide for a child, and I can't even provide for myself? And it's like I never have no appetite for eat, and I did just sick one at a time. I did just go through it. And yes, I pray about it and everything, and then God, like, things just start happening outside the blues to where I start feel more comfortable, and I embrace the fact that I'm pregnant, and I just couldn't wait for she come and everything. But during all of that time, my husband's mother, she had passed away, and I had I'm born in September, so my birthday is the 4th, and she died the day before my birthday. And the funeral day, was the 20th, and that was the day that Amelia was born. So I didn't get to go to the funeral and all of that, but I don't know, it was like a bittersweet moment. And I know my husband, he was going through a lot at the time, so I was even thinking about him and what he's going through, and it was stressing me out because him do talk, and me try to like be there for him at the same time. So it was just so much, and like my pray about it, and then after a while God just showed us, listen, you don't need to worry about these things, because once baby come, baby have to eat. Baby them have to eat. Even if you not gonna eat nothing, the baby them have to get something to eat. Like God will provide. You get what I say? And he did. Like him step in when I needed him the most, because I was at the point of giving up. I don't know what I was going to do, and I was just stressed out. And yeah, him did come through. Him always come through. Not when you want him to, but when he sees that it is the right time for him to. And I was very grateful afterwards, because everything did start falling in place. If that God stepped in and showed me that he's the boss, and I should not be looking for support from anybody but him. You get me? Like, just trusting him. You don't need to worry about who's gonna be a friend, who's not your friend, and whatever. I feel like I was focusing on the wrong things, and God just showed me, say, listen, there's more to life than sitting and wondering if this person is going to be there for you or whatever, when I, the Father of the earth, is here for you. You get what I say? So I mean, sometimes you feel so overwhelmed, you don't know how to control your thoughts and emotions, but if you just breathe a word of prayer, I promise you, God I gonna hear you and Him I gonna answer you. Might not be when you see it fit, but when Him see it fit.
When it comes to me, I know what challenges, I know about everything. You get me? Like, most people said I'm going through some things and all of that, but may I tell you, me did really go through it, right? I remember in 2012, like, me did get sick, really, really, really sick, and sick to the fact that doctors gave up, basically everyone gave up, right? But there's a lot behind it, but as I said, everyone gave up, right? So we do a whole heap of fasting, a whole heap of praying and all of that, and I tell you, like, if you did ever see me them time that and see me now, you're that certain someone's a walking dead. Actually, you're that certain someone's that living dead. That's how me did look. You get me? And may I tell you, in 2013 March, I get my deliverance and get better. You get me? After a while, my body gradually come back. It just take time. You get me? And over the period of time, my body came like right back, my health come right back. You get me? Now say there isn't little underlying issues, there are, but may I tell you, at them time then I get to prove God for myself. You get me? Because it was like him did I bring me through a test, you feel me? And I tell I'm glad to him bring me through the test, because like me used to just in a way of friend and company and all of that, and like if you send about my friend there, may I tell you, me I go wait me, me I go like cuss, me I pick up for them and everything, you get me? But during that situation when me did may I tell you, most of the people them when me did consider as friend, everybody gone. You get me? Everybody gone. And it bring me to the fact when it me even remember when me I go primary school, my father used to say, still to bad company, still to this, still to that. You feel me? And me never did I listen. So me going through that just show me show me how people actually stay. You feel me? Alright, there was this next time again when me and my friend were almost get abducted. Yes. I'm meant to tell you, through the entire situation, right? Me end up reasoning it out. You get me? Like, me just reason out everything. Because we did there and thing, and the man them drive them pan me and wow for coming out of the car. You feel me? And like, when me just want to put my pan her and so for instance she named Charlotte. I said, Charlotte, you want we'll go buy food over the restaurant there? Like, you have one restaurant at the end of the road, and like the man them say, no man, go to another one day. You get me? Because even one of them they have a gun in the car, you know, in the back seat. And the driver persists for coming out the car, and I will lamp on her and I'm say, you want to go over the shop to go buy the food? And she nod her head and say, yeah. I'm hold on her and I'm and her go over the shop. And the one where did in the back seat with a gun and push up him head and just a look and a laugh. You get me? I will act like say my lamp on her and I will act like so we are going in the restaurant and them just listen for ear if them drive off. And when them drive off me I tell it's like my heart nearly come through my mouth the way I'm frightened because me I wanna know all these things stay in Jamaica. Once them take you away, it's either two things. It's either them can't find your body or them find your body like a couple weeks after decompose. You feel me? And then take time I look into it and I say, yo, when I come on TV and people that say, you know, I'm missing and search party and them something. You feel me? Me just show no all God good to me, you know. You get me? There are multiple times when God just prove himself to me. You get me? Improve himself time and time again. Yeah. So no matter how you pray, you feel me, and you feel like God now answer, listen, he's answering, but in my way on the right time. Faith. Make things work out for you in your favor. It all boils down to having faith and being patient, also being humble. You feel me? And may I tell you, means a living testimony. You feel me? At one point, my situation, my illness, like it would have come like Job. You get me? Honestly. And if you go in the Bible, you don't need to read Job, the story of Job, and that's how bad my situation was. You feel me?
It is not hard to say what God has done or where he has brought me from to, because he has done so many things. I remember in particular there was this situation at work where it was difficult, or persons was trying to make it difficult for me to get a particular post. And you know, my mother said to me, don't try to argue or don't try to fight or resist it, just let whatever happen. And you know, me not even know if I do that, but I just said to myself, let us see what happen. And long and short, I was just called one morning and told I'm to just do up a memo, or I'm to ask the person that was in success of the post to do a memo and send it to them so that they can do a recommendation. And that was it. And through all of this, I was praying. You know, sometimes some little simple prayers they do, you think God doesn't answer, he doesn't hear. There are a lot of other things. Some of them are you know, they are a little personal. I don't know if I really want to talk about them now or today. Maybe when I'm much stronger, I will be able to talk more about it. But there are so many things that I have prayed about, cried about, you know, day and night praying. May I tell you about? I not tell you about just one. May I tell you serious prayer. I'm gonna say God is about to do some great things for me. It's not because I am good or better than nobody else or even perfect, because I'm nowhere near perfection. But I know that some things that gonna happen for me because I have been praying about them. I've been talking to God about them. You know, some situation that I've been through. If it wasn't that God put me in the right situation with the right set of people around me, maybe I would even be worse than I am now. But I am still fighting the good fight. I still try deal with some things. I'm gonna say only God alone gonna help me through all of this. One thing people must realize is, you know, the power of God. Sometimes we underestimate what God can do and what He's able to do. You know, we think that alright, God will bring me through the fire, but Him not go bring me through a little burn. You know, sometimes God will just do something for you, like just bring you through a situation. And guess what? When one next situation come and like say we never have no issues yet, and like Him not go hear we, but it's the good thing about God. It's like men or man can't even fathom who God is, because all we can assume and we can talk based on what we were told when we were younger or how we were grown. You know, we were grown to say, you can't do this or say this because God will kill you, or you will this or that. You know, but I remember growing up, I was scared because my parents used to frighten you. Like, them would tell you, say, you try your best when you go to church, you know, you sit down and listen to the pastor, you know, because this will happen to you or that will happen to you. You know, I was fearful, so I did a worship God because of fear. I said, I don't want this happen, so might as well I just do this, and I don't want that happen. So, but I think we underestimate who God is and what His purpose is and what purpose Him have for us. And once I think this is just me based on experience. I think all He requires of us is one, for us to be humble and acknowledge that we need Him, because Him not gonna force Himself on us. But once we acknowledge that we need Him and we can't do this without Him, Him gonna make Himself available. And two, confession of sins. Once you confess the sin, the Bible says, once you confess your sin, He is able and He is just to forgive us of our sin and cleanse us of all unrighteousness. It's not like I get perfect in a one go snap. No, nothing no go so. Don't make nobody fool you. And so don't bother think say years of habit is just going to change overnight. Bam. And I like that. But it's also good to acknowledge and know that there is a God and that He deserves praise, Him deserve worship, Him deserve respect, because a lot of us will respect people who don't even care about us, who don't even know us, and God will, you know, ensure that we wake up in the morning and provide our daily necessities. We don't give the respect. God has been very present in my life. Like, without Him, I literally would not be here today, because I haven't had the best of childhood. You know, I didn't have the best childhood growing up. I'm sure most persons can relate, because we all had our own struggles and whatnot. But I remember I was working right? And I went to work because I've been on my own for a good while now, so I've been responsible for my own finances and everything relating to being responsible, right? By the way, I'm not like this responsible thing. Adulting is hard. I'm ready for end my subscription for adulthood. Them never tell us I said that I could stay. Anyways, I was working and I went to work. I didn't have no money whatsoever. I had no cash, right? And I said to myself, I was at work and I said to myself, like I normally say like small prayers to myself. So I said to myself, boy God, I don't know how today I going on, but you know, I just put it in your hands. I just leave it up to you. And I had my co-worker at the time, her desk was right next to mine, and she, like, couple minutes after, she turned to me and she gave me like $1,000, and I was like, yo, what is this for? You get me? And she was like, no reason. So I say, yo, you owe me? I'm gonna remember or something. She said no. She said, yo, she don't know to explain it, but like something came over her, so just tell her to give me, and I was like, I smile and I look at her and I say, yo, that was you, God, and whatever. I say, thank you, right? And in that moment, it just showed me, say, yo, if I just put all my worries and my fears and my whatnot in his hands, you know, he would deliver and, you know, show up for me. And I remember another situation when I was at work and the same situation reached me. You know, boy, man, I have good money management, you know, because it's similar to now, because my broke right now, same old. At least I'm consistent. So yeah, I was at work again and I never have no money whatsoever. And I did the same thing again. I talked to God. I was a talk to God in my mind, so I was just like a prayer and so forth. So I said the same thing again, and I said, well, I'm not too know to go in because I'm gonna have it and whatever, but you know, we'll see it go. So anyway, my dad, I remember I was working at the ministry same way, and I remember we worked with education officers, and I remember education officer, she came in and she said, Trudy, when you finish what you're doing, I need to see in my office. So I say, all right, cool, no problem. Morning. So I go right to her. I say, but don't do it, madam. I go to her and she say, I don't know what I want still, it's just lunch money more and give. So I laugh and I was like, so she said, why you laugh? I can't get lunch money. I say, and that one is just, you know. And I start to laugh to myself and I say, oh God, that is God again. And believe you me, in leaving her office again, I remember my supervisor at the time came to me and said she taking me to lunch, me and another co-worker to lunch that day, because we had been like we were being rewarded for being good administrators, so to speak. Yeah, so the on top of our game, so them said them not treat with a lunch. So not only did he provide lunch money for me, but whenever I have to spend my money, he provided food. So it just goes to show you that he always has my back and he always shows out. I just need to reach out and tell him that, yo, this is it, humble myself, come before him and let him know what it is that I need, and just swallow my pride and, you know, put my trust in him and my hopes and all my fears. And he showed out. So that's just my little take. He has done a lot more, but those are the ones I wanted to share today.
So just continue to go on all the faiths. Peace out. Lord,